High school and college seniors sure are facing a loss. Expected graduation ceremonies due to the COVID-19 pandemic are not going to be happening the way they want them to.
Yeah, so what can you do as parents, friends, family members of graduates to help soothe the pain of missing these highly anticipated events? Here to talk about this is our relationship guru, Dr. Kirsten Lind Seal. Kirsten, great to see you. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Great to be here.
I think a good place to start is just acknowledging that this is a loss.
Right. Yeah, this is really important. You know, understanding that you're going to have a mix of really complicated feelings about it is important. And the other important piece of this is also knowing that parents and the kids may have different feelings about different parts of the loss, right? So sort of acknowledging that not everybody's going to feel exactly the same.
I've heard that actually from a couple of parents, that sometimes parents seem to be a little bit more heartbroken than the kids in many cases, as parents know that, you know, they went through this themselves and know the rite of passage that this is.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, and for parents, I think it's such a marker of sort of, we've gotten our kids to this place, you know, hooray. And legitimately so, part of it is about us, right? But to the kids, they might think, oh man, I'm kind of relieved that I don't have to like spend a whole afternoon, you know, in a hot polyester, you know, gown, you know, with bugs flying around. I mean, right? There's a lot of different reactions that you might get.
Yeah, and some kids, I mean, let's be honest, like everybody has a different high school experience, right? Where some are maybe glad to be done with it.
Yes, they might be like, phew, now I'm done. I can move on with my life. So basically, as parents and family and friends, I think what's really important is to make space for all of those reactions, you know, and to not judge or shame. Of course, probably we wouldn't be doing that on purpose anyway, but being really thoughtful about not saying, you know, why aren't you more upset about this, if in fact your student doesn't seem to be that bothered.
So we know they aren't having the traditional ceremonies, or even having ceremonies when they get in and can see their friends and hug their friends in person. But they are celebrating this in a way, in all different kinds of ways, whether it's virtual or drive up. And you say it's important to still do that.
Yes, absolutely. It's like everything else in our sort of new normal, right? There's the way we used to do things, and then there's what can we keep and still do from the way we used to do things, and which things do we have to do differently. So for example, for a graduation party, we can no longer at this point really gather in large multitudes to say hooray and, you know, eat sheet cake for our graduates, but we can do like a Zoom gathering, right? And so something like that where you still get people together, people can still say hooray. One way I like to think about it, so my son graduated from college this year, and you know, we're all really proud of him, and it was really great, and it was different. You know, we didn't get to fly to Boston for the ceremony. We didn't get to do all these different things that we really had been looking forward to. But what we did instead is we're saying, instead of a graduation day, we're saying it's a graduation year. So there'll be like small celebrations like going on throughout the year to celebrate this one great accomplishment.
Is it helpful to do some of the trappings of this, like the cake or the pictures or the announcement? What do you recommend about that?
Yes, so you know, I have heard various things. I really recommend get the cap and gown, because either people can do that sort of now, like within this time frame, or you can do it at any point, but you'll still have a graduation picture. Then you can pick where you'd like to have the picture. I highly recommend ordering the announcements and sending those out, you know, because those are, again, those are parts of the ritual. Ritual is so important for us as human beings. It helps us structure our lives, and this is a huge life transition, both for the student and for the parents and family and friends.
And the ritual helps,
what we can.
Right, the ritual helps kind of close that chapter to be able to sort of open that next chapter there. And
so it's important. Kirsten, thank you so much. Congrats to your kid, by the way.
Yes, congrats.
Thank you so much.